drips across your face, laughing in the crosswalk haze. Soda bubbles, vinyl shoes, playing chase with afternoon blues. Camera clicks, you strike a pose, caught between the wind that blows. City breeze and jasmine air, moments like this beyond compare. Took our time, found a cafe past the signs. Talked for hours, sweet and slow, to a jazz tune only we know. You hummed a line, I played along, fell into a half-spun song. No map, no plan, just you and me, in the golden city scenery. Of our sunlit days. Dance, then dance, that's over. Dance, then dance, that's over. Dance, then dance, that's over. Dance, then dance, then. With the windows down and hearts wide open, every word you say feels golden. Dancing shadows, feet in sync, our love in pastel, jazz in pink. The city sings, the horns reply. With every step we're flying high, you and me on this sweet ride, hand in hand through neon skies. You showed up with the morning light, coffee cup and eyes so bright. We walked the streets where stories start, with box of beats and open hearts. Taxi horns and cafe chairs, you spun around with wind in your hair. Time just paused to let us be in that tiny Tokyo alley. We didn't walk alone in the alone. We didn't walk alone in the alone. We didn't walk alone in the alone. We didn't walk alone in the Crossed the bridge by the record store, laughing like we'd met before. You hummed along to every tune. The sky turned pink by noon. Your shadow danced in step with mine, as if the sun had drawn the line between the quiet and the thrill of loving slow and standing still. Our song was written in the street. We didn't wake, wake, I love you, I love. We didn't wake, wake, I love you, I love. We didn't wake, wake, I love you, I love. We didn't wake, wake, I love you, I love. Big booty, booty. So play that sidewalk serenade. Big booty, booty. Where summer days and jazz won't fade. I'll hold this tune, I'll hum it low. Yeah, even when the lights turn cold. We're just a verse in city time, but you were real and so was I. The sweetest song I ever knew was the afternoon I spent with you. Snow lights danced on quiet stone. We walked through streets we'd never known. Your hands were cold but close to mine. The air was soft like vintage wine. A bus drove past, its window steam. You whispered low like in a dream. We stopped beneath the paper sign, and time just left the world behind. Ramen shop, a steamed up glass. You smiled and let the moment pass. The neon hummed a lullaby above the glow of Sapporo sky. We wandered past the old red gate. No need to talk, no need to wait. Your eyes said all the words I missed, and then you leaned for just one kiss. The snow began so slow, so small, like blessings sent to break our fall. I never knew what love could mean until that night, that silent scene. First kiss in Sapporo light, like film that burns but holds just right. A gentle spark, a breath unnamed that left me never quite the same. I see that night in every glow, in every street, the seasoned snow. And though we said goodbye too soon, you kissed me once beneath the moon. You called me out with sky so blue. I wore my favorite shoes for you. The city smiled as we took flight on bicycles through morning light. No plans, no time, just you and me, in rhythm with the passing breeze. A record shop, a bite to share, the sunshine tangled in your hair. We found a bench near Riverside. You hummed a tune and closed your eyes. Your laughter danced with saxophone.
sky turned gold, the lights came on. We kept on walking, dusk till dawn. 1,000 steps, a single beat, two shadows swaying in the street. And maybe it won't last too long, but boy, it felt just like a song, a melody of sweet surprise that played beneath those neon skies. Just one afternoon with you felt like a dream that might come true, like dancing in a summer breeze with nothing left but hearts to tease. I'll hold this moment like a tune that plays again each Sunday noon. You and I, and nothing planned, just walking slow and holding hands. You showed up with the sun behind, wearing that smile that slows down time. We met beneath the cherry sign of that old cafe on line 9. No script, no lines, just you and me, ad-libbing through the crowded street. A breeze, a joke, a camera roll, and suddenly we're in a row.
You bought a drink, I missed the train, so we just wandered in the rain. The sky turned gold, your hands were warm. We found a bench and watched the storm. The lights came on, the city dimmed. You hummed a line and softly grinned. And for a moment it was clear the movie I was waiting's here. Like a take that ran too long, but every second felt so strong. The world just fades to soft and slow when you're the frame and I just go. Let the summer take the lead. We don't need a plot or speed, just the laughter, just the light, and dancing shadows into night. If this is just a passing scene, then let it play on silver screen. You and me, no lines to read, just love. Let summer take the lead.
You said let's go, no reason why. Just grabbed your keys and met my eyes. No map, no shoes to right or wrong, just city streets and our own song. The morning air was fresh and new, with jazzy chords and sky so blue. We skipped the train, we caught the light and let the day turn into again tonight. We found a market down the way, tried sweets we couldn't even say, a rooftop view, a vintage store. We laughed until our cheeks were sore. You danced a little on the square, I clapped along without a care. The world slowed down to let us be a scene straight from a movie screen. We didn't plan a single thing, but somehow found a spark in spring. Like postcards from a film unknown, it felt like love, it felt like home. So let's just go, no need to stay. Let's chase the wind and drift away. A day like this, so free, so sweet, where jazz and love and cities meet. Your hand in mine, we'll find our way through sunset gold and cafe gray. For all I need is you, and now let's just go. Don't ask me how. So let's just go, no need to stay. Let's chase the wind and drift away. A day like this, so free, so sweet, where jazz and love and cities meet. Your hand in mine, we'll find our way through sunset gold and cafe gray. For all I need is you, and now let's just go. Don't ask me how. You said let's go, no reason why. Just grabbed your keys and met my eyes. No map, no shoes to right or wrong, just city streets and our own song. The morning air was fresh and new, with jazzy chords and sky so blue. We skipped the train, we caught the light, and let the day turn into night. We found a market down the way, tried sweets we couldn't even say, a rooftop view, a vintage store. We laughed until our cheeks were sore. You danced a little on the square, I clapped along without a care. The world slowed down to let us be a scene straight from a movie screen. We didn't plan a single thing, but somehow found a spark in spring. Like postcards from a film unknown, it felt like love, it felt like home. So let's just go, no need to stay. Let's chase the wind and drift away. A day like this, so free, so sweet, where jazz and love and cities meet. Your hand in mine, we'll find our way through sunset gold and cafe gray. For all I need is you, and now let's just go. Don't ask me how. Step by step through narrow ways, laughter bouncing off the haze. You point at cats asleep in rows and tell me things nobody knows. A second-hand shop by the tracks. You try on hats and don't look back. I take your photo light and slow. The city hums in time, let's go. We follow scents of fresh baked bread, your shadow dancing just ahead. A sidewalk jazz band starts to play. We stop and sway, then walk away. You spot a mural, hold my hand. We read the colors where we stand. The world feels softer, out of tune, like drifting hearts on lazy noon. No destination, just the breeze. A map, let's stay beneath the trees. Your eyes reflect the sky so wide, and suddenly I'm home inside. Smile and burn. We'll find our rhythm in the crowd, with steps that sing but never loud. The traffic fades, the clouds stay thin. We're writing stories on our skin. This love was never loud or planned, just soft as sun on city lane. Was playing soft and sweet. 2 cups steam between our hands. No big plans, just where we stand. You stirred your drink and bit your lip, and I forgot the world could slip. You told a joke, I laughed too loud. The sunlight danced behind a cloud. Names for those who pass, like movie roles that wouldn't last. The waitress said you two look cute. You blushed and fixed your loosened suit. We stayed until the light turned low outside. The streets began to glow. I didn't think the day would bloom, something sparkled in that room. Like every line and every glance was written in a sweet romance.
with open sky. No clouds, just jokes and dragonflies. You said the weather looked just fine. Then thunder cracked between the lines.
I left and grabbed your sleeve too late. The rain poured down, just twist of fate.
You pulled me close beneath the sign. A tiny awning, soft and kind. Your hair was soaked, your cheeks were red. You shook like dogs do when you said we shared a drink beneath the storm. That little space so oddly warm.
A stranger offered us his shade. We stayed and watched the puddles fade.
The jazz cafe across the street played something slow and bittersweet.
And though we missed our afternoon, I think we found a softer tune.
No plan survives a sky like this, but sometimes rain can bring a kiss. When the rain began to fall, we didn't run, we felt it all. From laughter drops to quiet gaze that lingered through the silver haze. Now every time the sky turns gray, I hope it takes me back that way. To summer streets, your hand, your name. The moment lovers met. The
The school bell rings, you're next to me. We take the street past row house trees. Your shadow walks a step ahead. You hum a tune I've always read.
I try to speak but bite my tongue. The words too big for someone young. You laugh and kick a soda can. I wish I could but never ran.
You stop to tie your loosened lace. The sunlight catches on your face. I count to 3, then count again. But every time I lose it then.
We pass the shop that sells old tapes. You talk of dreams and cityscapes, and all I say is me too, yeah. But I, like you, get stuck somewhere.
Maybe I was meant to stay. A memory you walk away. Not every heart gets to unfold. Some stay quiet, soft and cold. So I just walked you to your gate and waved like always, just too late. With so much left I didn't show. I loved you on the way back home. And every time the sky turns red, I see the words I never said still echo down that silent street where teenage love forgot to speak.
with strands you couldn't hide. We strolled past trees that softly swayed. The city sighed and turned to shade.
You looked at me between the cars. The wind had brushed your collar stars. You said let's walk a little more, and time slowed down from what it was before.
Our footsteps kept a mellow beat, a jazz tune rising from the street. A flyer flew and hit my knee. You laughed and said, it's destiny.
I caught your hand, you didn't mind. The crosswalk flashed, but no one timed. That moment felt like something true, like wind had pulled me close to you.
The world kept spinning all around, but we were still without a sound. Two shadows dancing light and low, in winds that whispered where to go. When the wind found us that day, it carried all the words we'd say. Before we knew just what it meant, our hearts were already half spent. And if it blows again sometime, I hope it drifts you back to mine. For in that breeze I always knew the wind began and brought me you.
You fixed your hair, the breeze replied, it played with strands you couldn't hide. We strolled past trees that softly swayed. The city sighed and turned to shade. You looked at me between the cars. The wind had brushed your collar stars. You said let's walk a little more, and time slowed down from what it was before. Our footsteps kept a mellow beat, a jazz tune rising from the street. A flyer flew and hit my knee. You laughed and said it's destiny.
I caught your hand, you didn't mind. The crosswalk flashed, but no one timed. That moment felt like something true, like wind had pulled me close to you.
The world kept spinning all around, but we were still without a sound. Two shadows dancing light and low, in winds that whispered where to go. When the wind found us that day, it carried all the words we'd say. Before we knew just what it meant,
The bell still rings at 4:30, but now I leave alone, not more. Your laughter faded with the crowd. The world feels quiet but not loud. The shop we stopped at every day still smells of bread and lemon spray. I pass it now without a glance, like missing steps from one last dance. Your seat by mine is still the same, but every question lost its name. I write your name in window steam, then wipe it fast like it's a dream. I walk the road we used to share, same signs, same trees, but you're not there. The wind repeats what I won't say, like I loved you, but not that day. And though your footsteps moved ahead, my heart still trails where words were dead. Regrets a tune that softly plays each time I walk this hallway's haze. The road after you is long and wide, but every turn still keeps your stride. I count the cracks along the way, like seconds of the words I say. And though you're gone, I feel it clear. You left a rhythm walking here, so I walk slow, with sky still blue, still not the same. The road after you.
Flip-flops tapping on the shore, the ocean breeze, we wanted more. You pulled your hoodie past your eyes, I smiled beneath the pink lit sky. Kites above the boardwalk's way, you pointed out a cafe's name. We found a bench with ocean view and let the silence speak for two. Your hand found mine near souvenir stalls. We traced our names on subway walls. A street guitar played mellow jazz as waves kept time with what we had. We shared a drink with melting ice. The lights reflected in your eyes. You laughed and said, let's stay too late. So we kept walking past the gate. Neon signs and sandy feet, the city buzz, our own
text me here before I call. I meet you by the station wall. Your coffee's right, you knew my taste. You smile like nothing's gone to waste. Our fingers touch, just brushing light. You say it's warm, I say you're right. We walk in sync but not too near. The space between us isn't clear.
You tease me like you always do, but blush before I answer you. The sunset hits your cheek just right, and somehow day blends into night. We never said what this could be, but everyone around can see a feeling soft, a line so thin. We're standing where real love begins. One step away, but still not in. Like holding hands without the spin. A whispered joke, a stolen glance. Two hearts rehearsing for a chance.
We're almost us, but not quite yet. A love we circle, not forget. And if you ever say the word, I'd nod before I even heard.
Until that day I walk beside this quiet pool we never hide. No need to rush, no need to guess. I'm happy here.
I sat 2 rows behind your seat, watched you tap into a beat. You never looked, but I still knew the way the sunlight danced on you. I passed your locker once or twice, left notes I crumpled up each night. You joked with friends, I looked away, and memorized your laugh all day. You borrowed books I read before, I'd underline a metaphor and hope you'd feel the way I did, but all my love stayed safely hid. We shared the train a time or two, I'd watch the sky instead of you. So close but never quite the same, a love without a name. And every glance I never gave still lives in songs I try to save, like Polaroids
I saw you laugh across the hall. Not at me, but not your fault. She said your name and touched your sleeve. You turned to her and didn't leave. I held my breath and looked away, pretending I was okay. But every word you gave to her felt like a song I couldn't hear. You shared your headphones just like dreams, but I was never in those scenes. She got your texts, your secret jokes. I watched alone as something broke. I walked the long way home that day. The clouds were soft, but skies were gray. And in my chest a quiet ache of all the moves I didn't make. It wasn't wrong, it wasn't fair, but I kept seeing you both there. And though I knew I stayed behind, still loving you in silent time. You smiled at her like I once dreamed, and now I fade from in between. A ghost that I loved without a sound, just watching hearts that won't turn round. No blame, no fight, no bitter end, just someone loving more than friend. A truth I held too soft to stir. The day you smiled, but not at her. I saw your name in evening light on a message I wasn't supposed to find. Someone said she's getting married soon, and suddenly the room lost tune. The world kept turning like before, but I stood frozen by the door. The coffee cooled, the words ran dry. I couldn't even ask them why. You're smiling in that photo frame, a different town, a different name. You held her hand like I once dreamed, and all our pages went unseen. No fight, no end, no final scene, just empty air where love had been. I whispered once into my tea, congrats to you, not meant for me. And though we never had our day, I kept your laugh, I walked your way. Now church bells ring where
me that April day. In schoolyard, a light that slipped away. Your hair was caught in springtime wind, a scene I'd like to live again. We shared a drink, you stole a fry. You laughed before you said goodbye. I didn't know what hearts could do until I lost the chance for you. Your notebook filled with tiny hearts. You sketched my name in quiet parts. I found it years and years too late. Between the lines, a twist of fate. We never kissed, we never dared, but I remember how you cared. A hand that lingered, not too near, but close enough to draw me here. And all the songs we used to play still drift through every rainy day. You held your feelings soft and small, but I remember all I do recall. I didn't know it was love back then. Just thought we'd always meet again. But first loves leave the longest trace, a shadow light can't quite replace. And if I see you passing by, I'll smile and never ask you why. Some things are meant to bloom, then fall. First love was ours, and that was all. I didn't know it was love back then, just thought we'd always meet again. But first loves leave the longest trace, a shadow light can't quite replace. And if I see you passing by, I'll smile and never ask you why. Some things are meant to bloom then fall. First love was ours, and that was all. You moved on like seasons do. New city lights, a different view. Your name's been quiet for a while, but I still stop when I see that smile. The cafe closed, the street's been changed, but in my head it's all the same. The bench we shared, the laugh you gave, still echo through this time I say. I kept the text you never read, the books we liked beside my bed. Jacket still hangs on my door. I never wore it anymore. You got engaged, I heard from her. I smiled and said I'm happy, sure, but inside nothing really moved. Just old love I can't remove. They say that time will wash it clean, but clocks don't tick in certain scenes. The world has changed its face and tone, but I still walk
that only lead to you. I know you live a better now, but I can't leave that when or how. So if you ever pass this place and feel the time begin to race, just know somewhere you're still with me. In time it stopped, but wouldn't flee.